Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Libra, whenever this finds you. Welcome to On the Journey 111. I'm El Rock, your hostess, and we are here to do a reading on what Libra needs to know right now. This is for all placements in the sign of Libra, so if this isn't the story, if this isn't your story that I pull out today, Libra, you might check your other placements or other titles out on the channel because there could be something there for you as well. And then let's see, what else do I have to tell you? A couple quick announcements. I have just launched my Patreon channel. I guess it's not a channel, my Patreon page, which is also On the Journey 111, which is where you will find extended readings. So extended readings just started in August, and so it's pretty new, but it is available now. And then the other announcement is I'm going to be launching love readings on the channel starting this month, which is August. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be one reading monthly. And then finally, I want to thank all of my new subscribers, my returning subscribers, and all of you dropping by the channel to check it out. Thank you for being here. Your likes, shares, subscribes, and comments all help On the Journey 111 grow. So thank you for being a part of it. All right, so with all of that said, all right, what do we have for Libra for what they need to know right now? All placements in the sign of Libra. Oh, Libra, we aren't doing, so I'm not doing tarot today. I'm only doing oracle cards. And then we're going to clarify with charms after we pull. We'll pull 4 oracle cards. If more come out, we'll read them. But 4 for now, and then we'll clarify with charms. What does Libra need to know right now, please? Libra right now. Libra right now. One more, please. All right, Libra. So the cards that came out for you, your first card out was Reflection. So illusion, self-examination, and distortion. So there's you perhaps, or somebody in your realm is going through a state of reflection and really coming across some possible, maybe some perceptions or we've got the word distortion there, or illusions, things that they believed were true that maybe aren't, that are holding them back. You can see that this is kind of a dark card where the sun wants to shine, but it's not there. There's another card here that's called Evolution, which has the entire card illuminated. So this is the area before evolution happens, where that examination and that deeper understanding, which allows you to crack open and then evolve, is what's going on. So, and I'm guessing that you probably achieved that because we have the achievement card here that came out to support this. So keep focused on your dreams here. And then we have Thinking of You. So this has been out for, I think it was Pisces or Aquarius that it came out for. This card's been out, this is either the 3rd or 4th time that it's been out. So I link the signs more up based on the repeated cards that come out than I do signs that appear in the tarot cards. I look for the synchronicities to match the signs, but you know, this card's been out quite a few times, so you might see if there's something else on the channel that also resonates here. So Thinking of You is a loving thought, serendipity, being on somebody's heart and mind. So these reflections that are being done are either you thinking about somebody or you're on somebody's mind. And then we have Rising Above, clarity, freedom, and solution. So you do go through this reflection period. I'm going to move Thinking of You out because that was the second card that came out. Doesn't really matter because they all interplay. So you have clarity. So you've got rising above next, which is clarity, freedom, and solution. So this is that sense of achievement. I feel a real sense of peace around this card in terms of those insights. These, oh yeah, yep. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. So clearing away obstacles. This is protection and guidance, getting the things out of your way, and you're needing to reflect on potentially what's been in your way to remove those obstacles. So we have, you know, the clarity and the freedom that comes with a deep reflection. This reflection is bringing insights, things that are bubbling up from below the surface and coming to light with kind of a splash. You can see the splash of light here that is illuminating, and so it's rising to the surface here. It's making its way up. And once it makes its way up, it comes out very powerfully with momentum, right? So really rising above something for a greater achievement. The obstacles are being removed here with Ganesha. Really, so the story that wants to come out right now, and I'm not sure who this is for, so I'm just going to tell it really quickly as a sidebar. The mandala in some of the wisdom traditions, monks who create them. I've been to India many times, and you know, it's a common thing to do, right? To create them on the ground. And the purpose of the mandala is to create something of beauty. So we're going to take this lotus flower and pretend that this is, you know, a sand lotus flower being created by monks on the ground. And the whole purpose of this is to create and put your whole heart and soul into something that's only temporary. And so whatever that means for somebody, the mandala is a loving work of art that as soon as the wind blows or another monk's broom comes along, it gets swept up and swept away. And it can take hours and hours and hours to create one of those. So just remember to stay focused, right? Keep focused on your dream. There's a deep passion that's being driven here, especially with this blue and this indigo. Really something's driving you that's a greater purpose. I have a sense, I'm seeing visually the 10 of Pentacles, something that comes with a long-lasting legacy. So let's see if any more cards want to come out. Let's give it one more shuffle and we'll do a run through the deck and see what else comes out. Anything else for what Libra needs to know right now? They're going through a time of self-examination, whatever it is they're examining in their life, their job, personal relationships, projects, something like that. You are going to rise above it and achieve what you're trying to achieve here. So that's what you need to know right now. Anything else for Libra, for what they need to know right now? Nope, I guess that's it, Libs. All right. Oh, ruh-roh. She's been popping out this week. The Temptress. Seduction, deceit, a broken promise. So that might have a little bit of influence in terms around your reflection. However, I think whatever this energy is part of what Ganesh is doing here with the removal of this energy, because you do have rising above here at this freedom that's being achieved. But that doesn't happen without reflection. It doesn't happen without looking back and taking a moment to examine what was my part in this, what was, you know, this person's part in this. Doesn't have to be a woman, could be a man, could be a situation. Whatever it is, there was broken promise or some kind of deception, or if it's sexual, it was a seduction. Not even necessarily, I'm not getting sexual out of this. I'm not getting like relationship. I'm getting like being seduced by the idea of something, seduced by money, seduced by status, by a job title, something like that. That kind of a seduction. Okay, it's that energy, and it's rising above it and doing it for a higher purpose. So um, we'll see what these charms have to say when we pull those. But this thinking of you is a really lovely card, a loving thought, serendipity. So if this is a job, this is something that you feel really good and positive about. If it's a relationship, there's somebody thinking about you or that you're thinking about. That's really important. But there needs to be a rise above here as well. And so in this time of reflection, stay focused on your achievements. Don't stay focused on deceptions. Don't stay focused on it. There may have been something that happened that you have every right to be angry about, right? Like unjustifiable. Maybe you were a victim of a scam or something like that. Something truly unjustifiable that you have every right to be angry about. And yet that energy is the energy of contraction, not the energy of expansion. So when you think about how it feels to be upset or mad or betrayed or lonely, all of those are feelings that bring a sense of tension into your body temple. And then when you think of forgiveness, of being able to move on, of letting go, of releasing, that creates a sense of expansion in your body temple that creates the space for you to rise above, right? So the expansion is the explosion, okay? So when you can expand out of the energy of this deception that's occurred and reflect on your part of it, because there could have been red flags that went up, opportunities to maybe leave a situation that you wanted to give one more chance to, another chance, another chance. This could be a family member because I'm seeing the DNA strand here. But whatever it is for you, because it's going to be different for all of you, this isn't where your focus is at. This is where your focus is at. It's about being able to release and forgive. And, being mad or hating somebody or hating a situation is like drinking a poison and expecting the other person to die. You're hurting yourself with those thoughts, feelings, and emotions here. So really want to bring you back into this energy of reflecting, not blaming, not judging, stick to the facts, what occurred, what didn't occur, what was my part, what was their part, how did we all play a part, and just understand that so you can release it. I'm feeling a hostage situation almost here, like a sense of being held back by this and not being able to gain forward momentum, but forward momentum is coming. And that is when you set yourself free. Think about Nelson Mandela and being in prison and, all of the great, peaceful leaders that have been incarcerated. And it was the thoughts in their mind. It was the ability to be in a place beyond where they were actually at. And so, with that, know that, through your mind, you can, and your heart and your love, you can transcend those emotions. You can rise above and you can find freedom from any emotional baggage that is holding you back by reflecting on it and then thanking it for the experience and letting it go. So let's find out what the charms want to say, what clarity we can get from those. What do we have for my Libras, please? Clarifiers for Libras, for what they need to know right now. All right. So, excuse me, Libra. All right. So it looks like we've got a lot happening here in the center. So I'm going to start there because that's where a lot of the charms fell. let's sort this out. So in terms of rising above here, what you have, you've got a friendship here and you've got love. And so clarity, freedom, solution. So this is something that you might be leaving behind, or leaving a situation behind and heading towards this. It's going to depend on you each individually. It is a friendship. There is or has been love there. And then we have the Scorpion here, which is stuck with the, I don't know the name of this tool. It's what you change car tires with, right? So you might be dealing with a Scorpio Libra, or somebody here who's on a Libra Scorpio cusper. But Scorpio is involved, so that might be what you're rising above, or somebody who's helping you rise above it. You're leaving something behind. I think it's the Scorpio, or the Scorpion, or somebody with a stinger, because this was caught up, right? So changing the tire, but being caught up and unable to change the tire, and you're rising above that. You're going to get out of that stuck position because the bird is in flight. But this might have something to do with a Scorpio. We have a blue flower here. So I feel a real sense of sweetness around something. We have progress for all, forward with Kennedy. So here we go, that forward motion, that momentum, that build, that starting a campaign towards what it is that you're working towards, and then eventually having this achievement. So we have that. We have an elephant here, which is, you know, the strength and the endurance to make it through, that there's going to be, you know, elephants also have long memories, I'm getting. So with this elephant energy might be some of your reflection process with the energy of the past, and knowing and realizing, I'm hearing, that you realize that you already have everything that you need and want to be able to rise above a situation, and now it's just walking towards it, okay? We also have here a shell. So maybe keeping your armor on a little bit. And then we have a bow. So this is being tied up. This is a gift. Come on, baby. There we go. Hang on. There we go. A little pink bow. I feel like this is that friendship, right? The flowers, the love, the peace, the companionship. Like there's something that feels really lovely and good here. And then we have this is 1/2 of an infinity ring. So this is the sense of a counterpart, or going towards a counterpart, or having left a situation behind that may have felt like it was infinite and it had an expiration date on it. So again, you're going to need to take this how it resonates. Now, with thinking of you, we have this beautiful sun energy here with the solar plexus chakra stone. We have a little pyramid. We have paws here. So I'm hearing somebody has left paw prints on your heart, and it's not a pet, though it could be a pet. We have dolphins here, and then we have a feather, which is, you know, to me, it's angelic guidance, it's support, it's love. This person may feel like an angel to you, or you feel like an angel to them. But with this pyramid, I get a sense that this is old, that this is past life, in terms of whatever this is, friendship, partnership, whatever it is that you're going towards. And it could also be old karma or old soul contracts that are being left behind as well. So thinking of you is really about, you know, with this solar plexus here, it's really about tapping into your creativity and finding that joy within yourself, you know, thinking of you in terms of, if this isn't a person, like I think of you in terms of my YouTube channel on a regular basis. Like I wake up and I'm like, oh, my channel, what am I going to do? So it's a loving thought. It's serendipity. I get moments where I'm like, you know, oh, it's time to go read, you know, I'll get the hit or whatever it is. It's tapping into that creativity in terms of how you're rising above it. Okay, so over here on achievement, there's a black one of these and a white one of these. And normally I use it as a no and a yes. Sometimes it comes out differently, but the answer here is yes. So sometimes they have a message other than a yes or no. The white is symbolic for the yes. And the achievement is what? Yes, stay focused on your dreams. So that is the message of the card. Keep focused, and the supporting of that is yes, this is where your attention needs to lie for right now. All right, so up here in reflection, off to the right, we have a snowflake. So, you know, with this rising above and this achievement, so if I was reading this past, present, future, this would be the future position. This achievement is something that will take time. So when you're thinking about what it is that you're working for, look at it in terms of a series of sprints, knowing that it's a marathon. So you're going to do your first, you know, quarter mile, then you're going to do your second quarter mile. And, you know, some of that you'll sprint and you'll pick up the pace for, and some of that you'll slow your pace down for. But be looking in the winter months around the first snows, or, you know, frosts, times like that, for there to be a real increase in momentum. In the meantime, be thinking about how you want to create, what it is you want to put your efforts into, because you are supported with that, with ancient guidance and wisdom, because we have the angel wing here, and then we have the ancient wisdom of the pyramids here. So be thinking about how you're rising above and the steps that you're taking to do that, and then execute on those. This is noise, and you always have the ability to choose your way out of noise, hopefully. I mean, not all noise, but if you can choose your way out of it, do so. Like, don't answer the phone. You don't need to respond to the email right away. You don't have to respond to the text. If you've been charged emotionally by an outreach or a surge of energy from this temptress energy, if that's still present in your life and you've been triggered by that, please go focus on what your achievement is, because you will be tested until you're no longer triggered with this. So your invitation here is to come to a level of peace with yourself, to be able to rise above the fact that this has trigger power for you. And once you can do that, that's going to be a great achievement for you, Libra. So something else that we have a class ring here. So perhaps this is an old relationship from childhood, from school, from college, perhaps. Something like that, that maybe doesn't have the staying power that you thought that it did. But whatever it is, it's you've known each other for a long time, and maybe even from school. Also, we have bulldogs on here, so maybe you have a bulldog, or that's relevant to somebody. We have the number 30 on here, or what would be the number 3? Can you focus? There we go. And then there's the initials M and H, which I would call them initials, but it's actually significant of middle hitter because that's volleyball. And so, you know, this is old, and then, yeah, it's got my name inside of it. So just, you're reflecting back on old things too, I'm hearing. So this doesn't want to be put down yet. So in terms of reflection, this also may be in terms of something that you need to let go of that you learned from your education that's no longer relevant, I'm hearing. So if this is business, there's something that you've learned that needs to be reevaluated as well, okay? All right, so we have the, who did this come out for? This came out for, is it Scorpio? But this charm has also been out, and this is the spiral of life. And with the spiral of life, you start your journey from the outside, the material world, the world of effects, the world of cause and effects. And as you begin to mature and evolve, you take this circle, this spiral inward to your essential self, to your spiritual self, your higher self, your soul, all of that. And in this time of reflection, you are leaving the material world or the world of effects and really going deeply within. And that trip into what some might even call a little bit of an underworld, because when you're going within, there's a lot of pent-up energy from old wounds that were never released. So as you release those old wounds, those old belief systems that you created because of old wounds, this will begin to build that momentum for you. We have the key here, which of course is the key to your wisdom, to your deeper understanding. You have what you need. You're going to unlock it. And, you know, just be aware of that. You have everything that you need. We also, this could be the key of love for some of you. This is not love that if this is love, it's not currently in your sphere or in your realm, it doesn't feel like. But if it is, and it is a love relationship, perhaps this love also has the key. It could be the key from family, but somebody somewhere has, and I think it's really more you, because you're doing the spiral of life. You're doing the cycle and the circle. You have what you need, and your heart really is the key. Digging into that heart space and letting that unfold will bring on these catapulting energies to achievement, okay? So we also have the caution cone here. So I feel like actually like I want to put this over here in terms of your caution, because you're going to reflect on reasons why you might be caught. If this is something that feels still in your realm, and if it's not, caution around the memories and the agitation and the patterns that you witnessed that you may see somewhere else, but it doesn't mean the same outcome from those patterns. Okay, so caution in terms of the reflection. Don't sugarcoat it, and don't ignore it, and don't also hold your past against other people. Okay, so that's that message. And then we've got a strand of pearls here. So I love pearls, because this is another, it's like the butterfly, which you also have here. It's another universal form of transformation, because when you think about how the pearl is created, the pearl starts out as a grain of sand inside of an oyster shell. It's a foreign object. It's alien, and it doesn't, you know, the oyster probably doesn't want it to be there. It's gritty, it's sandy, it's irritating, it's an irritant, right? It's foreign object in the oyster shell. And yet that piece of sand becomes, with the oyster's help, pearls. And so with this grit, this grime, these irritations that you're reflecting on, you'll turn them into pearls if you can ascend be above them and find your power in it. So I'm actually, what's coming through, and I'm just going to say it, I feel like somebody might want to go maybe look at some how to recognize narcissist videos on YouTube for this. I feel like this is somebody in your life, family, parent, friend, business partner, work colleague, old friend. It's something that seems relevant and not necessarily an easy to get rid of energy. So you're making pearls out of this. And also the transformation of the butterfly here in your reflections. And then we have, I should really just take this out. This used to say just married. It was a just married piece of confetti, but now it looks like it says just Moa. So it looks like a mix between Moa, Moo, Ma with 2 A's. So, you know, maybe Moa means something to somebody, but, you know, just whatever. And if this is a marriage that is ending, this is the indicator that it's just not married anymore, perhaps, or just maybe getting to a place of something else. There's a just in here for you. And then we have a star, which the star is always indicative of hope and faith. It's that first luminescent light in the darkness, right? When everything around you is completely dark and there's that star in the sky and you can see it and you can hold the space for a wish for new hope, for the faith that what you know is true and that you can trust your own intuition and instincts and move forward, then the answer is yes, with this little white yes charm. So let's see here. Let's do, what's the time here? Oh, wow. That's way longer than I thought it was. I thought we were like 22, 23 minutes. So we're going to wrap it up there, my beautiful Libras. And thank you so much for being here. What you need to know right now is that you're rising above a painful time in your life with somebody who has been deceptive towards you, who has been perhaps unreliable, broken promises, seduced you with ideas and concepts that maybe you believed in that now you're just not so sure about. And you're reflecting on all of that, all of those things from the past here. And, you know, you're thinking of somebody or somebody's thinking of you with loving thoughts. You're getting serendipity in. You're rising above this. You're marching towards it. You've got love. You've got friendship. There's something really youthful here with this little bow and this little flower. Like, it feels youthful in terms of like a little boy and a little girl that totally love each other, or two little kids, two little friends that totally love each other before all of the domestication, before all of the you just love somebody because you love them. That's what this is. And you're right. And it's also this energy here with this little bow and this little blue flower and this friendship. It's just love for the sake of love. And that's part of the energy that catapults you into the achievement, which was your focus here right now, is to manage this energy where you need to, be cautious, and keep your eyes on the prize. You've got your eye on the goal line, and either people are on your team or they're not on your team. And understanding who you're recruiting for the next season that you're going into. All these sports analogies are starting to come out now. So you're getting ready to go into next season, and this is trades, right? It's that kind of a concept. It's understanding how you're going to build a better team in your life and rise above the players on the team that don't add value. Everybody plays their part, but certain players on the team are more supportive of the end game than others are. And sometimes it's just their vibe. It doesn't make them bad people. It just doesn't make them the right person for that team necessarily. All right, so whatever that means for you, Libra, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.